Hello, and thank you for joining me again today. What not to do at a beer garden? I'm intrigued by this because here in America, if you have alcohol at an outdoor event, I mean, you can pretty much just, it's just gonna be like, ah! Yo, what's up? You know, so I want to see what the proper way to act at a beer garden would be in Germany. Oh, and this video is by Walter's World. Almost 1 million subs. Wow. How exciting for him. Let's watch. Together, the more.
Third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 big beers.
Prost, fellow travelers. Mark
I've never seen a ceramic beer mug.
with Walter's World, and today we're at the beer garden here in Freiburg. And today, what I give you is a fun.
They're just gigantic. I'll never get over how gigantic those I just said the word. Whatever, mug. The mug.
Don'ts video on some of the don'ts of going to beer gardens in Germany. And I'll be honest with you, don't pass up a beer garden because it's a fun experience. But there are some do's and don'ts you should know when you're here.
Hold up. What is this kid drinking? He's got a child-sized beer mug. Which here in America, that's a normal size. Here in America, portions are gigantic. Except Germany has us way beat on the beer. But anyway, this kid's like 8 years old. What's going on?
Here, I think one of the important things about going to a beer garden is you need to realize is don't
I mean, I know you guys drink young, but
expect them to come serve you. Now, they might pick up your used glasses or something, but don't expect them to come by. You're going to have to go up there and get in line and order your beer there and carry it back. So if you're going to order a lot of stuff for a lot of people, you're going to need helpful hands because people aren't going to be helping you. So that's the first thing you need to know.
interesting. But Oktoberfest, you got the girls going around carrying like 50 beers, but not at a normal beer garden. Okay.
Now, another don't I have for you is don't think you just drink these huge 1-liter beers, these mosses of beer. Don't think that's what you do at a beer garden usually.
That's what I want to do.
Usually you might have a smaller beer there, or you can drink, my mom's having some wine that's here, so you can actually have non-beer.
That's quite a hefty portion of wine.
Or you can drink, my mom's having some
It's like a full glass of wine.
wine that's here, so you can actually have non-beer at beer gardens. Kids are welcome, they have soda, they have all kinds of snacks, they have a lot of stuff, so don't think it's just a big old beer garden. No, you go there to enjoy, and I think it's also important to note that, don't think the beer garden's a place you just go and get drunk at.
As he shows himself like falling over.
Beer gardens are
What's going on? Oh my gosh, technical difficulties. One moment. All right.
it's a place you just go and get drunk at. Beer gardens are for friends and families to get together and just spend some time together outside. Take it in the
Oh my gosh, I gotta go reset my router or
Beautiful.
something. Okay, see that's the thing about these videos. I can't go back and redo it. I already saw the beginning. I'm not, I already reacted to it. Let's keep going.
Beer gardens are for friends and families to get together and just spend some time together outside. Take it in the beautiful nature. Cities like Freiburg were just gorgeous. I have this beautiful
Wow.
view of the city behind me. I'm here with my mom. We're just having some drinks.
I love how it's kept that feel of whenever this city was built. Just look at that architecture. Awesome.
Relaxing and enjoying ourselves. It's not like nightclub and knock them down to your dust.
Vom fas selbstbedienung.
No, that is not how it rolls here. But I will say, if you are going to be drinking here, don't forget to eat something. Now, you
I
can
wouldn't.
bring your food to the beer gardens. A lot of them are more than happy for you to make your own picnic while you're here. You're just buying their beer. That's fine.
That food looked good.
But some of them will actually have food. Like here, they've got bratwurst, they've got Kartoffelsalat or potato salad. There's pretzels. I mean, pretzels are one of the
Oh, yeah.
biggest thing you're going to see in beer gardens everywhere. So that's a good thing to kind of soak up a little of that beer while you're here. And another thing I think is important is don't think there's just one kind of beer when you go to a beer garden.
The German pretzels always just... No, I'm just thinking about pretzels. I mean, they just look so good. How they are ripped open like that, like busting at the seams. Our pretzels don't even have seams.
Now, you could go to a beer garden that's sponsored by a brewery, so it'll be their beer, but usually they'll have multiple beers. So you might have a Weizen beer or a wheat beer, you might have a Pilsner, or you might have a Schwarzbier, a black beer. There's lots of different kind of beers you can have in lots of different sizes. So that's why sometimes going to a beer garden gives you a nice opportunity to kind of experiment with some of the
Oh my gosh. That mug, somehow it looks even bigger. It's as big as his head, and this guy, I mean, he's got a nice sized head.
other beers that are here in Germany or other places where you partake in your beer garden fun. Now, as anyone knows, if you drink a lot of beer, you're going to have to, go potty occasionally. And my next note for you is don't forget to bring some coins with you, because if you go to the bathroom, some of them, there's these Toilettenfrauen, the toilet women that clean the bathrooms, and so you leave them at
Do I have to beat that kid in tops in order to take his coins?
tip. Some places actually make you pay to go to the bathroom, so good to have some of these small coins
Right.
there so you can go, because I don't know how long I can keep 1 liter of beer inside of me, let alone 2 or 3. So
Oh man, I mean, once the seam is broken, I'm gonna be spending a lot of coins.
have those coins to help you out. Now, one of my favorite parts of coming to beer gardens is the fact that you get to meet all kinds of people when you're here. And I want to tell you this. Don't be afraid to meet strangers when you're at a beer garden, because
okay.
all these benches that are here, you'll see there's people sitting over there, and it's pretty empty right now, but it's going to fill up. And so the other places on our bench are going to get filled, and we might meet other travelers. We might meet locals when we're here. But you got to be open to letting people sit at your table, because it's not just yours, it's anybody that wants to sit there, but also gives you a chance to meet people and learn from other people. And it's kind of a fun thing, because we've made friends with locals all over the world just going to beer gardens and sitting there and sharing beers and stories. And so it's kind of fun. And that's why I want to tell you is don't forget to bring a little something to play when you're here. I've seen
cool.
people bring board games. We always bring a pack of cards so we can play. I mean, Uno is a great one, because it doesn't matter if you're old, young, you speak a language or not. Everybody understands how to play Uno, and so it gives you a chance to actually meet locals. So don't be afraid of the people at the beer garden, to talk to them and get to know them. Now, another don't I need to tell you about.
That's great. That's cool. I didn't know it was a place to like meet people, socialize, and play games. I love playing games. I take it very serious. Would that be an issue if I was like, yes, Uno, get wrecked? Or would that be okay?
Is the fond. Now, I have a small drink here. This is no big deal. There's no fond. There's no deposit on this glass.
Ah,
But on this glass, I had to pay an extra $5 fond, which is a deposit. And when I'm finished, I take it back with my coin, and then they'll give me my €5 back. Okay, so if you have a big group of people and you're ordering for them, you're all getting these big beers. I mean, I've been at places where we've had 8 people and it's €5 a person. It was €40 in fond. And you're like, oh, I didn't bring all that cash with me. Yeah, so make sure you realize.
that's interesting. Wow, that is a life-saving tip. I'm trying to think of why you need the coin. Why wouldn't the glass just be good enough to prove that it's, yours?
That fond, you're going to take it back and get your money back, okay? Also, another thing I would say is don't think you always have to have cash, but it does help if you have cash when you go to the beer gardens, because it's faster to pay, faster to walk out. They're used to that, so that's not a problem. Now, you can sit pretty much anywhere when you go to a beer garden, but I will say this. Don't sit at a Stammtisch if it's already taken. If you're not sure what a Stammtisch is, those are basically seats or tables that are reserved for a certain group of people. They may have paid to have that table. They may have gone to that table for 50 years, and so they get that table anytime they want.
What? That's cool. That's definitely something I would have done. I would have sat at the Stammtisch, and then other people would have came and sat there, like giving me dirty looks, like this is our table. We've been here for 200 years, and I just would have thought they were being nice. Would have been like, yeah, go ahead, go ahead, take a seat. Yeah, I'm gonna take a seat. It's been my seat for 300 years.
If you're at a Stammtisch and those people show up, you've got to get up. You can't be like, well, I've already got my beer. No, that's their Stammtisch. That's theirs. That is a German thing. Like, you cannot mess with somebody's Stammtisch, so don't, okay? So you'll see sometimes they'll have like a little schild, a little sign at the end of the table noting that. In beer gardens, it doesn't happen all the time. A lot of the beer halls, you have that, but just something just in case you might want to be aware of. Now, another thing you need to remember is when you're cheersing here in Germany, you always make sure you make eye contact when you cheers, because if you don't, it's 7 years of bad luck, let's say, all right? So
Well, it's hard to make eye contact if you're this drunk and you can't even take your hand off your face.
cheers or Prost when you're here. So we
I
have that
wonder what those strings on the bottom of his. He's got these like white strings.
post when you're here.
That must be from the trees.
So we have that. Another thing I think is wonderful about beer gardens is don't think they're just for adults. Beer gardens really are for everyone. You can come here with Oma and Opa, Grandma and Grandpa. You can come here with your kids. This is a fun thing. Like,
I know that's probably what, like apple juice, but it's just funny to me
you'll see kids playing around in the back.
because alcohol here is so much more, I don't know, regulated, I guess, and stigmatized in a way that I've never seen a kid drinking what looks like beer out of a beer mug.
Maybe playing ball or they're playing cards. Our boys have been here, sitting right over there, playing tops. I mean, it's one of the nice things about Germany is that the drinking isn't a stigma. Like, you can go out with your family and have a beer. I'll see couples coming here with their little kids just for a drink or two and go on their way.
And at America, this is funny. At America, you're not allowed to have kids at like a bar and stuff. So, yeah.
It's for everybody. Don't think it's just for people that want to knock down beers and get crazy. No, that does not happen here. Like, knock down beers, yes, but you don't get crazy. This is much more of a calm thing, and I think that's why it's important to mention. Don't think the beer gardens go late night, because the beer gardens a lot of times are in residential areas, and since they're in residential areas,
But the clubs with the techno music, those go all night long.
there's residents there that want to go to sleep at night, and the beer gardens really tailor to their locals, and so they know that we don't want to upset our locals late in the night because they got to go to work tomorrow or they've got other things to do. So don't expect the beer gardens to be open much past maybe 9 or 10 o'clock at night, because they will close down. And also, don't expect the beer gardens to be open in the winter, okay, because I've had people that have asked us that. Are the beer gardens open all year round? No, but there are other times you can actually drink outside, and that's the Christmas markets, but that's a little bit different. Okay,
yeah.
so what are some of the
Wow, that sausage is like, what is going on here? I just never seen a sausage so limp. It's like folded in half through the fork. It's dripping. I've just not seen something quite like that.
don'ts you have for beer gardens, or some of the do's of some of the beer gardens you've been to? And let us know, what are some of your favorite beer gardens in the world so we can go to, because we've had so many great experiences in beer gardens over the world with and without alcohol. It does happen. So I wish you all the best and have a great time. And post from here in Freiburg, Germany.
That was fun. I enjoyed that. Go check out Walter's World. You can be his 1 million sub. We're not close on this channel. We're not close. But thank you for watching. Whoa. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being nice to me in the comments and not making fun of me. And I hope you have a good day. Goodbye.